I'm glad we're doing this again because I didn't really like how the first one started. When I was trying to say to you, when I was trying to tell you, let's make a song that has Happy Thanksgiving in it, like a happy birthday, to which you so eloquently and rightfully so put it. There's too many syllables, so I'm kind of glad we didn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you got to just drop it to like turkey or something.
Happy Turkey Day.
Like not even day. I mean,
it's just Happy Turkey.
Because birthday, 2 syllables. So
I see where you're going.
Because if you're going to do the Beatles version, if you're going to take the Beatles timestamp and apply it to American Thanksgiving, it'd have to be Happy Turkey, da-na-na-na-na, it's my turkey too. Yeah, it'd have to be like that as opposed to, because it's too many syllables and you're kind of wandering down the road, and it's not going to happen if it gets past 2 syllables. No.
Happy Turkey Day, John.
It's more like Happy Bargain Shopping Day. It's here in the States. It is Black Friday.
Yep.
And then you have Cyber Monday for those of you that napped through the weekend because you had too much turkey on Thursday.
Right.
So you get through your professional football, you get through your professional and your college, you get through college, you get through pro, and then it's Cyber Monday, and then you're like, oh, crap, who have I forgotten to buy for? So that's kind of where we are right now.
I don't need anything, so you can take me off.
The man who has everything, right?
Yeah.
Ryan Paton, not close. I need a new driver, by the way. I think that's what I'm going to ask the boss for Christmas.
Okay, so completely, not a side note, but somewhat of a
tangent.
Yeah, I actually, for the first time ever, purchased irons. So golf irons, custom made.
Ooh. And
I got them from this company in Vancouver.
Yeah.
Called Haywood Golf. Small company.
Haywood. I assume they're fiber shaft. They're not. Yep. Okay. They're not like hickory or
no.
Okay.
No. Yeah. And it was, you go online and you have to put in your height, and you have to this and this and this, and how far the arm is or the hand is from the foot and whatever. So I was a bit skeptical. Yeah, I know, but when you stand, that's when you have to hold the club, right? So the whole thing is, So I was pretty skeptical, but when they arrived, I thought, wow.
Okay.
What a difference. I used them once, and I'm not sending them back, so I'm just leaving it.
So what have you thought from your one round?
I have thought that I'm starting to be a believer in, if you can get some sort of club that fits more toward your physical stature, the height, weight, whatever it is, it does, I think, make a difference.
Okay.
That's just after one round. And I was again, the last clubs I bought were scattered ones, probably from Canadian Tire 20 some odd years ago. And they were just, this one's for sale.
Canadian Tire bucks. You just got to, it's like, help me grab that.
Yeah. Here you go. Yeah. Can I use?
It's in the package Zellers. It's like, with the arrow bars, you get your random 7-iron.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's what it was. It was just this mash of nonsense, which kind of got me around the golf course.
A melange of golf clubs. Yeah.
There it is.
Now the boss picked up some irons for me a handful of years ago, and I used to, for the longest time, I had the metal clubs. Metal shaft. Yeah. And so I was 2 and 3 club lengths ahead of normal. I mean, I'm hitting 9-irons 153. I'm hitting wedges 135.
What do you want, the PGA Tour?
I wish, because lefties on the PGA Tour would be. But when they died, she's like, I'm going to get you some new clubs. And so she got me the fiberglass shafts and the weighted irons and everything. And what I've had to do is I've had to dial my game back to absolute zero because my club head speed was so fast when I had the metal shafts. If I use that same club head speed and swing now, everything's flying all over the place, and it's into the woods, into the water and everything. So literally I have to just kind of go up there and I just have to go, and then it goes, it's like I literally am back to hitting wedges, 90 yards, 9-irons, 110. So until I figure these clubs out,
I'm so sorry for you.
40 yards I'm back to where normal people hit them now.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, exactly.
No, I am. We got to have a golf game one day.
We do.
From what I gather, you are very, very good. Okay, we're going to talk about Jordan Hudson and Bill Belichick. Why? Just because I want to talk about Anthony Rendon and his contract. FIFA World Cup Draw Yeah.
It's like I thought you were like literally gonna go from like one to the just like you're really,
No.
It's like what in the hell does Anthony Rendon have to do with Jordan Hudson? I was like, wait a minute.
No. Yeah.
Maybe if my Angels got rid of Anthony Rendon and we wouldn't have to worry about it anymore,
Right.
he'd go play in Durham. I don't know. Yeah,
Everything's related somehow.
Moving on to the Angels. Is what we're doing.
And we'll get into the Giants too. I have this statistic, which is like, how many leads can one team have in a season, and how many games can you lose?
11 billion.
That's right. And the amount of games you lose is 11 billion.
Correct.
Okay. I want to get into the NHL right now.
Yeah.
And I was looking at this, overtime and the shootout. I don't like the shootout anymore. I liked it when it came in, but I don't like it now.
Okay.
This is something for me where I do believe the league should add a couple of more minutes, I think, to overtime, let the players decide 3-on-3. I know it's a team game. I know it's 5-on-5 normally, but still, when it comes down to 1-on-1, I don't like it. Topic for another day. With that being said,
okay.
Again, this is Friday, so I think not every team, but 30 of the 32 teams are playing on this Thanksgiving. So there were 4 more overtime games on Wednesday.
Sure.
There have been 73 overtime games already this season. That essentially, John, is 19.5%, almost 20% shade south of a quarter, which is 25 last time I checked.
Yes.
All games have needed extra time. So right now they're on pace for 255, and that would be the most, 6th most in NHL history. Of course, you got the salary cap era and all that type of stuff. Do these players and teams just don't like to finish in regulation? Is that what it is? Is it now becoming kind of, say you're 5 minutes left to go and you're tied at 2?
Yeah.
Do you think, okay, you know what? Let's just play defensive hockey because we have a better chance, especially if you're getting outplayed in the game. It's 2-2. We have a better chance of winning 3-on-3 than we do 5-on-5 because this 2-2 outshot 100-2. Yet it's still 2-2. You know what I mean? It's an interesting stat to me about where the league is at right now when it comes to elongated games.
Well, I don't want to know about anything being elongated, first and foremost. And second of all, it concerns me that, you're also concerned about, making sure that you finish with 5 minutes to go. Yeah, I mean, it's just all of these things, and then the pressure that you put on a guy because you've only got 5 minutes left and you have to finish.
Yeah.
Just all of these things that are in the brain. But to your point, I think that honestly, and we see it a lot in playoff series, especially when it's a sudden death situation and a win is on the line. Couple minutes left in an overtime period. You just see a lot of dump and chase and out of the neutral zone and all this kind of stuff. And I think that mindset is playing itself into the regular season so you can get that point on the road. So you can make sure that if you're the road team and you can get at least 1 point out of the deal and then chase it into a penalty shootout or something like that, then you might be able to get that extra point. What I would like to know more than anything is with this 19.5%, how much of this is, where does that extra point go? Who gets the extra point? Does it benefit the road team doing something like this, or is the home team benefiting because it goes to that extra, to the shootout element of it after you don't get anything done in the overtime period? That would be my biggest question about who it's impacting more when it comes to points allowed and points taken.
The Avalanche going into today on Friday against Minnesota, they have 1 regulation loss, and they have 5 OT shootout losses. This team, essentially, over 20-plus games to begin the season, could have just 1 loss, period, in the entire season, which is
good on them.
Extraordinary.
If they've got it figured out strategically to where you're locked in and you're that good this early, I would also want to sit there and wait for that moment when they kind of bonk a little bit, when they hit that first little string of you get a loss here, a loss here, a loss here, 2 out of 3 on the road, 3, a couple of close losses. How do you respond when you hit that first roadblock? That to me is how I would want to see Colorado. Yeah, they're on a great run now. What happens when you hit that first little bump along the road, and what happens after you hit the pothole? That's my big thing for Colorado right now.
Goaltending is also an interesting stat this season when it comes to all goalies in the league. 38 goalies have appeared in at least 10 games so far. So that's a lot of goalies that, again, have appeared in about 10.
Mm-hmm.
Only one has a save percentage that's 920 or above. Save percentage league-wide, John, is 897.
Okay.
It's below 9. So that is intriguing to me. Number one, that means goaltending is not where it used to be.
Or is offense better than it
that's where
used
I was getting at. So secondly, the offense is getting a lot stronger. So I would lean toward the offense getting a lot stronger, because I don't think that you could say the names like Vasilevsky, the Jake Ottingers, the Scotty Wedgwoods, Linus Ullmarks, Freddie Anderson, like, can go on and on about these top-tier goaltenders that when they're on, they play extraordinarily well. It's not like their game's changed. The talent is just getting better that they're facing every single night. So I guess credit where credit's due, and that is to the offense that the goaltenders see on almost every single night.
And that would be where I'm leaning, because the rule changes would benefit offense, because that's what you want. You want butts in seats. You want people to watch that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You don't have rules benefiting goaltenders that much. I mean, short of, adjusting pad height and pad. I mean, literally, look, how many years ago was it when they made sure that you weren't wearing the soccer boppers on your legs to protect everything from getting in the net? So
remember when Gar Snow? When he came in?
It's like literally he's like one gigantic Michelin man going east-west instead of north-south. So the rule changes have benefited offense and not the keepers, and so the keepers wearing tighter equipment, tighter pads, all these kinds of things. Until you have rule changes that benefit the guys who are standing in front of the net to try to keep the puck from going into it, then I think you're going to continue to have these kind of offensive numbers. And, save percentage at the end of the day, I think, is a relative term considering the offense that we see these days.
I agree. I want to get your thoughts on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we talk Angels, and we've certainly talked.
He is Rendon, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he is Rendon. So one of the worst contracts in sports history.
Hey, and it went to the Angels. Who knew?
I know.
Thanks for the reminder there, Cowboy.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that.
So, in case people forget, John obviously does not. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. He's stellar front office behavior we've had over the last dozen years. Great. Look, I was in Anaheim for that World Series game that went completely off the rails, and Troy Kloss and Barry Bones are smashing things into the rock quarry. I was there for that. It hasn't been the same ever since. Mike Trout, God bless him. I mean, he's a fantastic talent, but right now he needs to be put in one of those hermetically sealed envelopes or something. He needs to be like in the bubble to keep him healthy. But no, let's continue to spend more money after. All I'm hoping is that Artie Moreno finds a way to write all of this off somehow. I'm fairly certain that his accountants will find a way to do so. Yes, Anthony Rendon, fantastic contract. Way to go.
Yeah, let me just remind you, or others, 7-year contract.
Remind others, please.
$245 million.
Yikes.
So he's in talks to have the last year of the contract bought out, and I think that's a really good financial move. 6 seasons with the Angels, John. He's played in only 257 games. That is out of a possible 1,032.
Thanks for reminding.
He hit just 22 home runs. Fun fact here, John.
Fun fact.
Ted Williams missed 3 full seasons to fight in World War II.
Yeah.
And he still managed to play more games over that 5-year span than Rendon did with the Angels.
Rendon played during the World War II years?
Yeah, he's been around a long time.
Yeah, he certainly has played like it last handful.
Yeah, and you wouldn't think in 2020, if you're playing in World War II, that you would be good enough to sign that contract.
But the Angels general manager is just like, sure, come on over here. Fantastic.
I know.
No repercussions for the mediocrity, and I'm being nice about it, over the last 5 to 6 years. No repercussions for the front office whatsoever. And they're having to spend time in court, too.
Yeah, I know. Shall we move on?
And I still can't get a Nick Adenhart jersey or a Tyler Skaggs jersey. I seriously cannot. No, this is an issue. Because if you go to shop MLB, you cannot get, if you wanted to, and I have wanted to support the Adenhart family, the Skaggs family, what have you, you cannot purchase a personalized jersey with Nick Adenhart's name on the back with his number, or Tyler Skaggs' number with his name, and his number. You cannot do this.
Can't do it? Okay.
You cannot do it right now the way things currently are at Shop MLB, and it is one of the more profoundly disappointing things that I have seen when it comes to wanting to support the sport in quite some time. I don't know the reason why. That has never been brought up as far as I can tell, but you cannot where you can't support. I mean, the National Football League has embraced Pat Tillman as an example.
Yes.
You can get all the Tillman gear you want, and there are things that you can do to help out the family and the foundation. Major League Baseball, you cannot do the same thing involving Nick Gaydenhart and Tyler Skaggs, and that to me is profoundly disappointing and short-sighted. Carry on.
Very well said.
Hey, it's the Angels. Who knew? Yeah.
Yeah. No real segue into this one, but 24-year-old cheerleader and girlfriend of 115-year-old Bill Belichick.
Fantastic. That's great.
So Jordan Hudson is saying that she is suing
Don't
Pablo
care.
Torre.
Not care.
Just hold on. So a bunch of different things with this.
Yeah.
So there was an episode. Number one, she had this shirt on, and that said, "I'm going to sue you." Then Pablo Torre said, "Oh, is that an invite that you're going to come on the show?"
Yeah.
Hasn't responded yet.
Of course not.
So back in May, on the episode of Pablo Torre Finds Out. Now, I'll give this guy credit. He does a lot of research, and he comes up with
Yeah, he
some
and
really...
David Sampson, they pour through. I mean, what they've done with the Kawhi Leonard lawsuit with Steve Ballmer has been fantastic work.
That's a lot of work. So Pablo Torre, there was this video about in a Miss Maine USA pageant in March 2024, in which Hudson said she was 22. He also reported that she put her wrong birth year as 2000 on an internal document at UNC. So, whole bunch of different stuff here, John. And Hudson saying, one of the many inaccurate and defamatory reports about me by Pablo Torre, I did not fill out any UNC internal documents or forms pertaining to the family directory. I just want to know, and I had this discussion with somebody the other day. Bill Belichick has kids, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so, yeah.
And I would assume that they're not 15 or 16.
Accurate, probably.
These are grown men and women.
Yeah.
I don't know if he is a girl, whatever it is.
Well, yeah.
What did they think of Dad? Will you tell me, going from his time in New England with the Patriots, winning the Super Bowls, doing what he does with a great team and just win, to this absolute mess that, to be quite honest with you, I believe started when, I mean, anyone can date whoever they want. It doesn't matter. Well, obviously, in certain restrictions. But in this case, Bill, you can do whatever you want. But I don't want to remember you for all of these shenanigans. I want to remember you for being that coach who helped Brady and everybody else on the team win Super Bowls.
3 children from his first marriage that went from 1977 to 2006.
Okay.
Daughter played lacrosse at Wesleyan and has been the head women's lacrosse coach at Holy Cross. Son Stephen played lacrosse and football at Rutgers, served as an assistant with the Patriots, currently DC at the University of North Carolina. Son Brian is also an assistant coach with the University of North Carolina. Then after the divorce, he was in a 16-year relationship with Linda Holliday, and now he is in a relationship with Jordan Hudson, who is either 24 or 25, depending on which piece of paper you believe.
Yeah, that's up for debate.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know what? Like Bill, honestly, I just don't get it, John.
I'm just here to make sure my son gets the head coaching job after I'm done. Just over making sure that we have a clear path for Belichick to continue after I'm done as head coach. So we're moving on to the next topic.
It's just, look, it's tiring. But one of the things, I will say this before we move on. If Miss Hudson feels compelled to go to court with Pablo Torre, there's a thing called discovery phase. Does she really want to go down that road?
I wouldn't.
That's my biggest question about anybody who sits there and wants to say things in public and threatening folks with going to court. Discovery phase. If you're confident about that, you can say whatever you want to say. If you're not thinking about discovery phase, you probably should.
She doesn't care. I'm sure she has no idea and doesn't even care at all about that.
No idea.
Segue into the NFL.
Yes.
Giants, hey, when you lead a game, try and win. So looking at these games, okay, 14 seconds left to go in a game against the Cowboys. This was game 2. They led 37-34 and they lost. In a game against New Orleans, who was 0-4 at the time, they led 14-3 and the Giants lost.
Mm-hmm.
In a game against the Broncos in the fourth quarter, they led 26-8, 5:19 to go, and they lost.
Mm-hmm.
In a game against the Bengals, they had a 20-10 lead with 4 minutes to go in the fourth, and they lost.
Yeah.
And with about 10 and change to go in the fourth quarter against the Lions, they were up 27-19 and 27-17. They found a way to lose.
Well, there you go.
Come on, John. Come on.
Well, I mean, I assume that's part of why Brian Daboll and perhaps other coaches have been dismissed this season in New York.
How is that the coach's fault, though?
I mean,
this is one debate I have.
Well, then how are you in midseason? And I'm agreeing with you on the premise.
I know where you're
of
going
of your logic, but when can you make player decisions? If the players themselves are the issue, then during the season, can you make those kinds of quality transactions in a league that is as insular as it is, and be confident that the players that you're bringing in will come and fix the solution? Because yes, there's only so much a coach can do. Coach can lead you to water. It's up to you to drink. I get that. So when it comes to these situations, it initially is going to have to be in season. It is going to be looked at as the coach's issue. In the off season, the coaches can address the player issue. It just can't be done in season. And you have to figure out what you can do to change a player's mindset. And I'm guessing this is where it circles back to the coach.
Yeah.
You have to change a player's mindset and make sure that they're not in that mental quicksand when you have these kinds of situations where one bad thing happens, then another, then another, then another. Thank you, Shane Falco of the Washington Sentinels, for all of this. So it's literally, you've got to figure out how to adjust yourself in the mental quicksand, and that in itself is the coach leading the players to that change, but they can only do so much because of how rosters are constructed and the confidence of it is doing a season.
The easy route to take is to let go of the head coach, and everybody knows that. You can't fire the team. Totally understand that. But still, if there is a huge disconnect between what is being played on the field and what your coaching staff, head coach, assistants, and I think they have, 105 coaches on a football team, team now. It's something like that, right?
Yeah.
The defensive, the assistant to the defensive, to the offensive, to the defense. Then then there's the issue. That's fine. But I just find it hard to believe and understand in any sport that there's something that just all of a sudden every player, and we're talking a lot of players on that football team, every player all of a sudden just says, nope, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to follow this, and I'm done. I don't get it, but I know you can't. It's whole society. You can't fire the whole team. You can fire the head coach or something.
Yeah, and that's where the responsibility lies. And then you think that a change of voice can inflict a change of attitude. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But I think the most that you can do if you want continuity of your coaching staff and of your path that you want to pursue on the field, it's going to have to be done when the season's over, when you can sit there and bring in players that you feel will not share the same mindset that created all of those losses from winning situations.
I get it. Let's move on to soccer, something right up your alley. So I want to talk to you about this Cristiano Ronaldo. So FIFA and Infantino, they face a lot of stuff happening right now, John, after this. So Ronaldo was hit with a red card, and that was back during a game of qualifier in Dublin. Down 2-0. He put an elbow to the back of defender Dara O'Shea. There you go. He was cautioned. Challenge upgraded to a red.
He mouthed off about it.
Oh, he did after VAR. That conduct demands, John, a minimum, not max, a minimum of a 3-match ban. So he should have missed Portugal's final qualifier in the first 2 matches of the World Cup.
So he missed the matchup against Andorra. Oh, my God.
Oh, what a loss that is. Yeah. So the remaining 2 games were suspended for a full year. The condition is that he does not commit a similar offense.
Don't you do it again.
Come on, John. Look, I don't care if you're Ronaldo, if you're Nelson, if you're Paton. It doesn't matter. You should not be an exception to the rule, and that's exactly what we're seeing here.
All right.
Your thoughts?
Yeah, we talked about this on the morning show this week.
Okay, good. Fresh. Let's go.
So, all right. So let's play this through here for a second. So the FIFA, they have a tournament coming up. that is going to be in this particular hemisphere.
Yeah, not sure what tournament.
It's a cup that the world chases after in 2026.
Right.
So this particular tournament is coming, and sidebar, we did a really cool interview with the executive director of the Toronto Host City Committee, Sharon Ballenbach, and that is on the network. And we caught up with her and asked her some things. So anyway, from there, this particular tournament that's got all the best teams that have qualified from all around the world.
Yeah.
So Cristiano Ronaldo being, CR40 being who he is, the FIFA has determined that you cannot have half of a group stage go by without having, Cristiano Ronaldo be a part of it. So therefore, and there is precedent with this. There was a player in South America leading into the cup that the world was chasing after over in Europe a couple of cycles back, where he was suspended because he had failed a drug test and had claimed at the time that the stuff that was used, the utensils and the equipment that was used to make his mate had cocaine residue on it, and that passed as an inspection. It goes to court, and the judge says, well, that individual shouldn't have the opportunity to miss their first World Cup at the age of 34, so we'll kind of kick the can down the road. Because of CR40 being who he is, they're kicking the can down the road, and basically what the FIFA is saying is, don't you do this in the next year because we kicked this can down the road and we want you to be a part of this tournament. Look, if it was you or I that was like the 23rd or 24th man on either Mauricio Pochettino's squad or Jesse Marsh's squad, and we did something that was worthy of a 3-match suspension, the FIFA wouldn't really, raise a finger, I wouldn't think. And our national team would probably sit there and go, dude, what are you thinking? You're not coming to the next camp, and you might not be a part of the roster when it's being decided. For Portugal, it will be decided that CR40 is going to be a part of this roster because of him being the global superstar that he is. And the FIFA wants to have said global superstar a part of their global tournament. So the fact that you have some kind of favoritism toward a global superstar to kick the can down the road, suspend a suspension for a year and go, don't you dare, because he's not going to be in the 2030 version of the cup that the world is chasing after because he will be 44 years old, unless, of course, he continues to work out the way that he does and only eat raw chicken or do whatever, and he might be with Portugal's roster at the age of 44. For the person that I feel the most for is Roberto Martinez, the manager of Portugal, because Cristiano Ronaldo has a certain level of expectation of his playing time and what he means to a certain roster. Right now, at the age of 40, I don't think he can give you 90 minutes 4 times over in a group stage on a quick turn to help you get out of the group stage and go to the knockouts. Can he be a great player that can help you out in parts? Can he be a spot starter for you? Sure. But at the end of the day, the FIFA is looking at it as, hey, he's a star. We can't have the tournament without him. Fans around the world want to see him. Therefore, we're going to kick the can down the road. You served against Andorra. We know how much it impacted you and impacted Portugal. But these 2 matches that are next, that we're going to find out a week from today what your group stage is going to look like, then you'll know why, as the global superstar, why Portugal is going to need him in those first 2 matches.
Everything was completely agreed with you with that. It's unfortunate. Special players shouldn't get special treatment.
But they
really
do in special circumstances.
I know they do. I know. I was going to get into the World Cup draw, but we'll do that. It's a week today, so it's coming up on December 5th, which is next Friday. You and I will talk before that, then we'll certainly do one of those 2 right before that. So we'll save that for this. I'm going to leave you with this. And did you have Thanksgiving dinner last night, Thursday night?
Yeah, it was Thursday. Yeah, the boss and I went to a centralized location, 1 state over, 2.5 hour drive. Family comes up, family comes over. We go over, and it's there. Yes.
Okay. So in case you want to sit down at some other point in the next few days and have some discussions with the boss or whomever, I got these from Lucas Surrender, who's a great thing about the heat check by Hot Takes. So these are 3 topics that he thought would create some pretty interesting dinner table discussions. And when you get the turkey involved and maybe some other liquids outside of water, they can become quite interesting. Here's one. Steroids should be allowed back in baseball. Yes or no?
You make it seem like they're not there already.
2, Michael Jordan would only be a bench player in today's NBA.
Well, that's a load of horse you know what. So that's going to. All of these are really short one-sentence answers. These are not really good. This is not around the table stuff.
No, but it could be, because you could have somebody who's in the sauce at the end of the table trying to come up with some.
Then you have to listen to that person who's in the sauce make absolutely no sense in an argument, and for someone who has introduced a nonsensical topic that it literally has like one-sentence answers, then someone who is 9 sheets to the wind because they enjoy what's in the fridge and have come up with some kind of concoction. Hey, look what having one of those. Michael Jordan, he suck. Do you want those kind of discussions where you're ending up throwing food at somebody because they're so
you know what?
stupid?
Hold on. I wouldn't. The only reason why I'd take it is because if you started talking the way that you just did, if you were that person at the table, I would be laughing my you-know-what off. I'd have a great ab workout, and I would say thank you for providing me with entertainment. It was ridiculous, but I loved it. Last one.
You make me sound like Harry. How did Michael Jordan?
Hi, everybody.
Michael Jordan was average. He'd be average in a 24. Just stop it.
Last one.
It's counterproductive to do things because people, when they're not at 100% between the ears, then it's a lose. It's like teaching a pig to dance. It's a waste of your time and annoys the hell out of the pig. That's what when you introduce these kinds of things. All right. So what was the third one?
The NFL should have one purge quarter, a game where all penalties are legal.
Stop it.
Happy Thanksgiving, John.
This is why heat check. Somebody needs to unplug it and plug it back in if they're going to continue heat check. Bye.